White flag in the air for Taylor Gray as he heads back to turn 1 and 2 one last time. Down the back straightaway, Tommy Lemons Jr. can only watch as Taylor Gray works through 3 and 4. He's free and clear, no mistake made. Taylor Gray will get the win here at Hickory Motor Speedway in the MTP Tire 300. Second place effort for Tommy Lemons Jr. Third place for Brody Pope. Josh Berry finishes fourth. Bobby McCarty rounded out the top 5. And Taylor Gray gets the win for DGR Crosley Racing, and he is going to be in Edelbrock victory lane.
All right, we got Chris Ragle, the series director for the Cars Tour here. Chris, thank you for joining us again this week, buddy.
Yeah, glad to be back for our second week, our weekly report back with you guys.
Well, hopefully we'll be a whole lot harder. I got these guys around me, man. They're on crack here, I think. But
wow,
hopefully we're a whole lot harder on you this time than we were last time. I know we got Tom.
I'm sure that's going to happen. I was planning on it.
I bet. We got Thomas Bean that's joined us too, so he's going to ask you some questions if he ever figures out how to bring his microphone to his face. So
he just figured out how to get the headphones on. It's been an hour and 20 minutes.
It's been something. Anyways, tell us about Hickory, man. Kind of a wild race, especially 2 weeks out from the 30,000 to win late model stock race. We talked about the last show how super late models were a whole lot rougher than late model stocks, and I guess they decided to make up for it. Yeah, no,
this weekend's MTP Tire 300 Hickory was not our favorite type of show. I keep telling everybody it was 4 hours, and that's just not what we like. We actually keep some stats of average of what a show should be and what it is, and I know we started like at 7:33 and ended at 11:23, so not good. But yeah, I mean, we started off a good smooth race there with late model stocks, and then from there just went downhill quick. And when you wreck a lot and there's a lot of incidents, then there's a lot of pieces, parts that falls off. So then you got more cautions, debris cautions that are just annoying, and just could never get going, and it's not typical late model stock racing for the Cars Tour, for sure. Usually those guys put on just great, phenomenal racing, and it started off that way. But after that, man, it was rough. It was rough. Late model stocks definitely made up for it, which is driving me crazy in the tower, because you kind of said exactly what I'm thinking. We're 2 weeks away from our biggest race there is, and I don't need a bunch of torn up race cars to give anybody an excuse not to be there. So the late model stock race was rough, but it was cool to see Taylor Gray get his win. 14 years old, running for DGR, so that was a little bit of a little head turner and shock, and definitely brought his name on the map in a hurry. He ran well, even at Southern National he ran well, but he was impressive, fast all weekend. It wasn't a thing like he lucked into it or survived. He still beat some quality guys there, and on the super side, Bubba was good again. I don't if Josh doesn't spin and things like that, maybe a different thing. And I think Brandon was good too. So would like to see all them guys race it out, but overall it was rough, but some good winners for sure, especially on late model stock there.
Yeah, definitely. Taylor Gray, getting the win. I think that was a surprise to a lot of people. How well he run. I mean, I had him at 25-1 odds, so I'd have lost a crap load of money if somebody would have bet on him. But it's how it goes. I mean, I don't think anybody expected him to go in there and dominate the way he did, and he really did. I mean, those guys give him some battles there, but I mean, he really just was the most dominant car there.
Yeah, and those that team. I know they're DGR's a bigger organization, but they had to work their tails off changing an engine and stuff in the 54, and getting through tech and everything all at one time. They had to hustle. You see them running and pushing the 54 because he had to be the first one to go out to qualify, and then the 17 was a little late too. Finally made it up there in time, but yeah, that was surprising for him, and that was a track. We did see Hickory, people that run good at Hickory, that have ran limiteds, and Brody Pope being another one of those. Those Hickory, regulars, shall we say, Austin McDaniel, top 10, that shined through. So people that knew the Hickory, that shined through, and Taylor has ran a little bit there. So, but car stores different levels. So pretty cool to see him get that win.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Brody Pope and that Zach St. Ange kid run pretty good, and even Camden Gully, really surprised everybody with a third place qualifying effort until him and Justin Carroll got together there. Whatever happened there, but those he had a great run. So it was kind of a different kind of race with different names toward the front of the field. Yeah.
I tell you, this is how we calculate. You guys will probably get a kick out of it. Part of our 2012 program, if you finish basically outside the top 12, we make sure you get $1,000 to start. So, 8 of the touring 12 were outside of those, and I feel like we've got a pretty talented class. So that kind of tells you we had a lot of different names up front than normal.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. Hindsight, do you think that it was a mistake running that race, given how it played out with all the carnage, running it 2 weeks before Orange County?
Well, no, I think it should. We've got a strong start to our schedule. Hickory does attract cars. Southern National had a big money show, and here we got Orange County come up. Yes, it would be ideal to maybe have a couple weeks off in between, but the way the schedule plays out, it is good. If guys can bust their butts a little bit and get everything fixed and they're at Orange County, they do have a month off after that. So and once again, it's normally we don't have late model stock carnage like we saw. So
right.
I think we'll be okay still.
Right, got you. Over on the super side, a lot of Twitter lit up after the non-call on Bubba Pollard. So take us through, what you saw as the race director that led you to not putting Bubba Pollard to the rear.
Well, so most all places we have the technology and stuff. We definitely pride ourselves on that. To have replay and have tools that are at my fingertips or our fingertips to use. Hickory, the beautiful layout that it is where they do the production announcer and everything like that is downstairs a level and all the way across. So the ability for me to have access to instant replay isn't there. So everything that I have to make a decision on is just what I see and what my team or whatever, and we just have there in the tower. So on the incident when the 97, I know some people, the 97 broke a hub. Well, he didn't break a hub. Maybe that's not what caused him to spin. He tried to stay off of Brandon after kind of making a little contact and just looped it around. And what I initially thought I saw was everybody, jammed on the brakes, being the 26 at Pollard, and jammed on the brakes just to not, to avoid it, and kind of fun, grab a gear and went, kind of kind of basically the same thing that Josh did, but Josh obviously was the reason the caution came out. So, you know, my initial thought was that, you know, hey, the 97's what caused out the caution. Everybody else either stopped, spun, grab a gear, go, didn't really slow down, you know, stop. No one hit anything, which everybody did a phenomenal job. Nobody hit the wall. Nobody hit no one else. Everything, you know, hey, let's line up, go back to the last completed lap, with the exception of the 97 who caused the yellow. But looking back, now that I've had the ability to replay, the 14, you know, dumped the 26. So there was that contact there. So really, you know, looking back, the 26 and the 14 should have went to the rear for contact and being in and being the yellow as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I saw when I watched the replay. I actually took out my phone and jumped on, while I was sitting in the press box there, jumped on my phone just to watch the replay because I seen it, you know, with my naked eye. And just like you, I didn't really know what happened, you know, and watched the replay from my phone. And maybe that's something that'll be, you know, an option to you. You know, they can give you an account on there and you can watch it from the tower. That would probably be a really good thing.
It's you know, too, you'd also be surprised how many spotters like to text me and call me too during the race. So I know that sounds good an idea, but when someone's mad or unhappy, my phone is a little bit busier than you would think. Or when I make someone mad, then they let me know. You know. So maybe not the phone is not the ideal. What would be the ideal would be like we have in other places, having a monitor, me working with, you know, the producer to spin it back with even what you guys don't see. I can spin it back 2, 3, 4 times that he doesn't even show on air and let me look at something, you know?
Right.
You know, so that you know, I appreciate, you know, the phone idea sounds great, but I try to stay away from because you know, that when people have my phone number during the event, they tend to use that as much as they want.
Should we give it out on air? This week, a time to give it out?
No. Well, it ain't hard to find. You can go on our website.
Right.
Anyway.
I was just getting ready to say.
So,
right.
But yeah, no. I mean, it's like I said. You know, looking back, it wasn't what I initially thought, because it did happen so fast, and it did get to that situation. But looking back, you know, the 14, you know, just didn't get slowed up and hit the 26, and that's also why I know everybody talks about the 26, but the 14 spun as well. So
right. Well, I appreciate you, you know, owning up to it.
I do
mean,
too.
you didn't have to. You know what I mean?
100%. I like you taking it.
Well, I mean, it happens. You know, anytime there's a human element involved, this is kind of what I was explaining to a fan. You know, is, you know, we're in the beauty of a sport where, you know, if you think of a pass interference in football or a foul in basketball, the referee, you know, he doesn't have to explain why he called that to a fan, you know, or called it racing. And this is one of the you know, good things about our sport. We're very open, and we try to be open. Is, hey, this is what happened. And, you know, you could imagine a referee stopping and talking to fans. Hey, this is what happened, or telling the fans or whatever. This is why I made this call. You know, you know, we try to be. And anytime there's a human element involved, it's not going to be 100%. You know, you try to do the best you can and go on with it. But as I always say, anytime that those guys have contact or have incident or whatever, it just forces my hand to be involved, shall we say.
Up for interpretation at that point.
Correct.
Right. Going forward, are you going to make more of an effort to try to make sure that you have something? I know you said that most racetracks you do, but are you going to try to make sure that you have something at every racetrack from here on out?
Yeah. So I've already talked about it a little bit with Tony Stevens there, that does pit road media and stuff like that. That was one of the races that he happened to not be at. But,
right.
It's something that I think we've talked about, running some wiring, some cabling, things like that, and just something we've got to plan and really do a little bit of work and extra and effort too. That's something that we don't mind doing and we're used to doing. So we need to get that fixed, and especially when we go back to Hickory with a throwback race and stuff like that. So, like I said, most of the places, Orange County coming up, we're right near each other, and Motor Mile same way, Dominion, all those places, Carteret, you have those things. South Boston same way. It's just good old Hickory's a little bit different. We need to go to work on.
Right. All right. Well, turning an eye toward your next race, the 30,000 to win race at Orange County Speedway. Walking around the pits, I got there late, but walking around the pits, talking to some people, and one of the things that kept coming up was about the problems with the track at Orange County, where nobody's been able to test. They had a paving company there last week. I mean, yep. I just have to ask you. I mean, is this race going to happen?
Yeah. So, this is crazy.
I love this.
And this is motorsports a little bit these days, but the dramatics and the negativity is way worse than the reality, I guess. It's like I feel there's a couple guys, not knocking them, but there's a couple guys that are regulars with us that have made that what it is, made it worse and made it the drama worse than what it is. For example, I've been there a couple of times, and actually head tech director Lightning, David Saunders, worked there yesterday, and he called me today and said, for anybody that says that Orange County hasn't done anything or this or that or what, it can't be in as good a shape as it is. I talked to him today. He's like, the place is great. Grass is cut, walls are painted, places are patched. They said they did it, which is what needs to be done to the place. Anyways, you need to patch. When a track comes apart, you need to fix it. Yeah, he said it looks great. Walls are painted. They're finishing up the suite. That's been being worked on. It's, he's like, it's in really, really good shape, actually. And it's something that couldn't have been done in 3 or 4 days. They have been working on it.
Right.
So, yeah, absolutely. Races happening, isn't that? Yeah, the only way to make sure that those, places and patches and stuff like that are going to work is to get cars on them. With that being said, the weather hasn't been greatest, as it's raining again here today.
Right.
Yeah, I think everything's good to go. They're going to have, starting testing on Saturday and run the whole week of. And really, at the end of the day, that should be enough. We talk about saving money and this and that, and what gets brought up is testing. Having a week leading up to the race, that should be enough testing. Plus, if you look at the event schedule, I think there's more than enough practice and testing from when we're sanctioning it.
I agree.
How much time do you really need? So yeah, we're excited about ticket sales. It doubled for over the weekend online, so ticket sales are really going good. I think we're going to see a lot more entries. We're at 33 right now. I know some folks are, you're going to have 70, 80, cars. That was never in our realm of reality. If we can get 45 to 50, that's a win. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask you. What do you? I mean, you're getting some feedback, right? Where are you at? What do you think your total numbers are going to be?
I think, and two, I'm doing the job that I'm supposed to do. I'm
Sure.
calling the Peyton Sellers camp earlier this week. I'm
Nice.
calling this guy.
Yeah.
I'm calling these people. Hey, you come and what's your deal? Peyton. Yeah, I'm working. That's my plan, is to make my Cars Tour debut at this race. Bruce Anderson out of my shop. He's coming. Talking to Chad McCumbee and his group down there. Yeah, I think we're going to have one. We're trying to make it work. So that's the thing that I think we'll reach that 45 mark. I really, like I said, we've got 33 now, so we're 12 away really at the end of the day. Tommy Lemons, he's not entered. He'll be there.
Right.
So we're going to have
leverage over him. He's going to make it one way or the other.
Yeah, we're going to have a good quality car count. I don't think it's going to be those 80, 70 or 80 plus Martinsville count, but we're going to have a, good quality, good car count and a good, the best drivers in. And you can, use this quote or whatever, and take it for what it's worth, and people may hate me or love me, but you cannot be considered one of the best late model stock drivers right now if you're not at this race, and I believe that 100%. Just the quality drive. Like I said, Lee Poy. I mean, he's not going to get to race with us, but once, and it's this race. So I just think that the quality is going to be there. We're not going to have 80, but those 45 still trying to make for 28 spots are going to have their work cut out for them.
I mean, is that you trying to call Philip Morris out of the weeds or what?
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Well, I mean, not just anyone. If you're a track champion somewhere, if you're a state champion, and if you're doing, we want, these weekly. I love having Tyler Matthews on the tour.
Right.
Multi-time track champion. That's awesome.
Right.
That's what we want. That's what the tour is about, And if you look around the schedules, with the exception of 2 or 3 places, most tracks are shut down, aren't racing that weekend. So there's really, not a big reason why they can't be there, no one in particular. Just we want the best. We want those people. We want those people that are the top of the game and get talked about, whether it's on a national championship with Philip or at the track champion at Langley or whatever, that we want you guys there,
Right. Right.
And that's what it's about. That's what this race is about,
Right. I mean, I think for you guys, if you have 40, 45 cars, I think that's a really good start. I mean,
a great start.
I know that, when we had Jack on the show, he really wanted to get to 60, and I'm sure that's the goal. But at the end of the day, if you have 40, 45 cars and they're, 35 of them can, have a chance to win, that's all you could ever really ask for.
Absolutely. And once again, there's 80 plus at Martinsville, but 40 start, 43 start. I'm going to have 45 and 28 are going to start.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. I think this is a good start. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, what I tell people, we need 45 cars too, so this can be an annual thing. You know what I mean? We don't want to. We didn't do this for a one-time thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So is 45 the number that you need to get to in order to have this race again?
I think so. I think 45 and fans in the stands. 40.
I don't think you're going to have a problem with fans in the stands.
No, I don't either.
Well, it's as you guys know, I could be a little bit biased, but that Orange County puts on just some phenomenal racing.
Absolutely.
Top, bottom, wherever you want to go, you can go. So, the reason that it always has a great car count or a good fan count is because of the show. So,
right.
If fans out there, if you haven't been into Orange County, and if it's a couple-hour drive or whatever, 3-hour drive, it's worth it. I can promise you that.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. I seen on the Cars Tour Twitter today a mention about Elliott Sadler. Is there any truth to that, or are y'all just trying to draw him out?
You hear stuff. There's another person that actually ran Cup last year that heard this weekend and talked a little bit about with him today about it. That if they can get a few things done, they'll be there. So I don't know. We'll see. We've got till next Tuesday to get that entry deadline in, and so what is cool, I think, in the next 7 days or so, we should get a flurry of entries. I'm sure you guys will know even before us on who's there on Saturday testing or this and that or whatever. So you guys do an excellent job of really being a good news source and hitting the beat of what's going on. So I don't know. We'll see. I hear all kinds of names and rumors and stuff like that, but they're exactly that until they file that entry and show up.
Yeah, I imagine in the late model stock car world, especially since nobody's really required them until you guys have, doing, when you still don't even really require it to, just, it's a discount, for entering early. But, I'm sure it's hard to get those guys to go very early.
Yeah. It's late model stocks do even better. You wouldn't believe my email on Monday and Tuesday when it's a super late model. I bet we get 80% of our entries for a super late model race within about 5 hours of the deadline.
Wow.
It's the funniest thing in the world.
Wow.
Late model stocks do a little bit better job, but we won't know until this week, and I would imagine there'll be some guys that maybe go and try to test a little bit on Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and then say, okay, yeah, I'm good, and let's do this. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it sounds like I may need to send somebody to Orange County Saturday to find out who's going to be over there testing, especially if that's the first day out. I imagine there'll be quite a few cars over there.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And like I said, that's, I know there's other tracks racing, nearby, so, guys can test a little bit, and you guys can have someone there, and then hit coverage wherever you may be after that.
Right, for sure. All right, man, tell everybody where they can find out all the information about this race. Just give them Facebook and all that good stuff.
Yeah, like I said, if you go to our website, is probably the best source, carsracingtour.com. You can go on the schedule right there on the front page. We have banners, ads of it, that's where it's got the event schedule. Got the complete, full, detailed event schedule right there. It's got the link to buy tickets, and so that's got everything there. And also, it actually already has the pre-entry list that we have so far. We'll be updating that as we can. This will be a race where we won't just wait till Tuesday. We'll probably do another update here at the end of this week, and then so we'll be updating that. So just head to our website, carsracingtour.com. Our Facebook page and our Twitter and Instagram, we're pretty big on that. And the folks, if you are coming in, there's a couple hotels that are giving fans an excellent discount rate. They're in Orange County. They're in Hillsborough, probably the closest place to the track there at the Microtel there in Hillsborough and the Holiday Inn Express. So those are places that are starting to fill up, and just come out, enjoy camp, come to races, and I think we're going to have a heck of a race. And I think Saturday with qualifying and the qualifying races, that's been some of the question too. Just with you guys and telling the fans, the top 5 will be locked in on time, and then everybody else will run their 30-lap qualifying races to race their way into the show, with the last chance race there Saturday night, and then just the big race there on Sunday.
How big's the party going to be on Saturday night?
Well, I know we're doing one Friday. We're doing one Friday in downtown Hillsborough. We've got a lot of bars and restaurants and stuff like that. We're going to be giving away some free tickets there in Hillsborough. So we got a party at about 4 or 5 different locations there, all the 2012 drivers. So I can promise you there will be one Friday. I like to have a good time at the races, both on and off the track. So I'm sure both Friday and Saturday can be arranged.
Yeah, looking forward to that for sure. I may have to go to Anderson Motor Speedway that Friday night and come back up there on Saturday.
Okay.
So hopefully I don't miss all the party.
No.
I bet old Hill, he's already started partying right now.
If you've been to Orange County and the Ronald Hill group, they have a gauntlet full, and they usually pay a DJ or pay a band all on their own. He treats his sponsors good. And it is, and they got 3 days of doing it. So Thomas is right. He's seen it before. That Hill gang, they'll probably have 15, 20 RVs lined up in the line to walk.
Thomas don't miss out on a party.
Well,
neither does Chris.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.